Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Film Detective, where today I want to share some thoughts with you. And so I was I was writing the last video that I did about is everything we know in Halloween ends a lie, which some people weren't too crazy about that because I think they misunderstood what I meant. But anyways, while I was doing that, I had an idea come to my head where I was like, well, what what do they do if they want to continue on after ends? And I remember there was an article from October of last year where Jason Blum had indicated that he wanted to do more with Halloween ends, and so I looked that up and I found it. But while for this video, while I was working on basically writing out my thoughts on a potential avenue for them to travel after this movie, and I had, I had the idea of the kid basically seeing another POV scene where we see a child on Halloween night kill a family member, and then we have a recreation of the beginning of '78 where we see the kid being stopped by their parents or something like that, and basically just kind of showing that maybe the evil left Michael, if in fact Michael dies and ends, and found a new host, so to speak, right? And we're going to repeat the cycle. So instead of Michael being the boogeyman or the shape or whatever you want to call it, now you have the ability to continue this story in a different way. So while I was working that out, I was listening to, I'm sure if you're watching my channel, everybody knows who this guy is. He's amazing. The Night Watch Zone, and he had posted a video of Lori and the dream catcher theory, which I like. I mean, I don't want them to go this route. But it's interesting. And like I said, I'm always open to listen to other people's ideas, whether I agree with them or not. I think, especially when you put a lot of thought and effort into it, I really enjoy that. And I thought it was a great video. So Night, like, if you are listening, good job, man. That was awesome. But while I'm writing and I'm listening to him, it kind of made me combine his video with what I was trying to figure out, like what other new route could they go with ends to keep making these movies. So to give credit to Night, I started thinking, what if this was Michael's dreams, right? Kills was what Michael was envisioning. And if we had a scene at the end of the movie where Michael is in his room, or maybe he's in the courtyard. Maybe it's young Michael right after the events of '78, where he's apprehended in front of his house by all the deputies, and Hawkins keeps Loomis from shooting him. And we cut to Michael staring out the window, or he's in the courtyard of Smith's Grove, like we saw when the podcasters were showing him his mask, and he's just staring. He's just staring off into nothing. But everything that we saw in these last movies was what he was actually thinking about. So, and I'm not saying that that's what I want. I'm just trying to figure out how can they continue after ends with this franchise. And this, I think, would be a way. I'm not saying it's a good way. I'm just saying this is what my silly little brain could concoct. So it would, and even in that, maybe we get a little post-credit scene or something where we see the Loomis that we saw in Halloween Kills, and a version of Nurse Marion, whether it's her, digitally, whatever, they give her the Fountain of Youth treatment, right? But it's them in the car riding to Smith's Grove, and then we get that scene of the patients have gotten out, right? They're grazing on that rainy night like cows in a field. Like maybe we get that and we see that, oh shit, like all of that was what he was envisioning while he was staring out that window into nothingness. And they can go a different route where now they can remake these Michael movies because he's escaped, but it doesn't have to be Laurie that he's after. It could be him making it to a new town and just terrorizing a whole new group of people. I want to reiterate, this is not what I want them to do. This is just what I can, a route I could see them going with much more polishing to it, right? Like this idea is in its infancy, just as the one that I came up with on the spot from my last video. But while I was thinking about it, I did see that I looked for it because I had seen it once upon a time. On October 3rd of 2021, there was an article on Screen Rant where it says, Jason Blum wants more Michael Myers movies after Halloween ends. So I'm not completely crazy. It could just be him saying that. But, it does exist. And then I saw on globalcirculate.com, it says, as it stands now, there is no deal in place for Jason Blum and Blumhouse to move on past Halloween ends with more movies set in the Halloween universe. That might change in the future, however, as Blum has made it clear in a new chat with comicbook.com that he'd be thrilled to keep making new Halloween movies after Halloween comes and goes. So, I don't know, guys. I think that could be something that they do. If you have a better idea of how they continue this after ends, if in fact Michael dies, or if they leave the ambiguous ending like what I'm anticipating, what do they do? So let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share this on social media or by word of mouth. Help me grow this channel. I appreciate it, you guys. You have a great one. See ya.